we raise hands for questions so that we know who wants to ask. So I think I see Ati, you first up, so you can go.
Cool. So, afternoon, everyone. Coach, Coach, I just wanted to ask from you, man, the selection of bringing in Morne, Disile and Jordan after the short brief thingy, cameo they had against the Stormers. What brought the change for them, putting them straight into the game against Leinster?
I think Jordan, he recovered well after his injury. We all know how good he was just before he got injured for us. Brings an element of fitness and of physicality and a big kicking game. He came off the bench and he played the previous game, and yeah, he's fit and ready to play for us at 10 and lead the team in attack and defence.
And then Wandisile and Morne, their selection.
Yeah, unfortunately, Andre is ill. He didn't join us on the tour. It's a great opportunity for Krapi to get a start. He's really made a big difference and impact every time that he came off the bench. We probably as excited to see him play as he is. Get a good stint in, manage the team well around the park. And Wandi, again, like we said previously, there was a bit of rotation in the centres. And yeah, we all know that he will bring that attacking element for us. And I think it's going to be a nice, cold, tight game tomorrow. And we know that they're keen to attack. And we also, once we get that opportunity, we're also looking to exploit them.
Thanks, Ati. We'll take Jan, and then after Jan, we go Percy.
Thank you. Even Jaco, kan julle my hoor?
Yeah.
Okay. Even I'll ask the question to both you and Jaco. Obviously, it hasn't been a great year so far. What is the mood in the camp, and how do you turn it around, given the challenge that's in front of you this week and tomorrow night, knowing that it's Ireland? Jaco, I don't know if you've played in Ireland before. What sort of advice can you give to the team to get the guys mentally up for this challenge?
Yeah, it's definitely a different challenge to playing in the Southern Hemisphere. I mean, we played Ulster in our last tour game last year, and yeah, they just showed as a team that they can keep the ball for multiple phases. And I mean, if you look at that, Leinster is probably the best team in the comp, keeping the ball and going through phases, no matter what the weather is, and they're quite used to it. So it's going to be a different challenge, and it's obviously you mentioned it. It's not a great start to the year, but yeah, it's a work in progress. I think we all know big changes and big things just doesn't happen overnight. It's a work in progress, and the guys are all buzzing in the camp, and they're enjoying the little bit of time away from home, and yeah, building the team culture, as I mentioned earlier, or last week. So it's great to be together and spend some time together and get to know each other.
Even, sorry if I can get your view as well.
Yeah, thanks, Jan. Yeah, to add on to Jaco, I think there's a great energy amongst the boys. We arrived late Monday morning. We had a good flush out session, organisation session Monday. One big rugby session on Tuesday. Nice windy chilly session, but that was good. That was good to get the guys out, get them running, falling, getting up. So that was great. Yesterday we had some organizational sessions, and then today is captains at the RDS. I think it's, apart from one or two coaches, it's probably the first time everyone's going to be there. So we're looking forward to that. And then, like we started off, there was a bit of snow this morning, and I think that's part of what it is for us currently, is experiencing new things, growing together as a team, having the mindset of mentally stepping up, and the body is amazing. The body will follow. So is it a big challenge? Obviously, it's a big challenge. We're playing against the best team in Europe over the last 5-6 years. Even though without their big Irish internationals, I still think as a system, they're probably the most consistent in Europe the last 5-6 years. And they've showed it again the last 2 weekends. So it's a good challenge for us, great challenge for us, and we come here with not the mindset of we just want to compete. We come here to really grow together as a team and to turn it around on the field in terms of consistency.
Thanks, Sean. Percy, you up?
Thank you so much, Niso. Goedemiddag, Coach Ivan en Jaco. Coach Ivan, kan ik jou vra in Afrikaans? Jy het sopas in Engels gedeeltelik my vraag beantwoord, net so met herhaal na Afrikaans. As 'n dag van clichés vir Percival Young, jy het ietwat van 'n berg om te klim môre daar in Ierland teen, soos jy genoem het, een van die beste spanne het, nie die beste spanne in Europa nie. Hoe benader jy hierdie wedstryd, in ag genome dat jy nogal baie vertroue in die jong spanne het, jong spelers het wat jy nou môre teen die gevestigde span loslaat. En dan net vir Jaco dan as 'n opvolgvraag, Jaco, jy het wel genoem met julle laaste wedstryd, hy nederlaag teen die Stormers, julle moet as 'n unie, as 'n span, moet julle vertroue wys in die jong span, aan julle jong spelers, en vandag het die afrotter weer eens hy vertroue gewys in die jong spelers.
Ja, presies, ek kan begin. Soos ek sê, hulle is konstant die laaste 5-6 jaar seker die beste kompetisie, die beste span in Europa. En meer tyd mens in Ierland spandeer, meer besef mense dis omdat hulle strukture en hulle die manier van hoe hulle dinge doen konstant en goed is. Ons sal altyd sê dat Suid-Afrikaanse spelers of skolespelers is meer talentvol, daar's baie meer van te kies, maar ek dink wat hulle wel hier reg kry is hulle strukture is regtig gevestig en is goed. So partykeer in span seleksie kies jy jong ouens en partykeer word hulle gekies as dit sin maak. So vir ons is regtig met slotte ensovoorts. Dit gee ou soos P.S. Steenkamp, ou soos Rooyen Venter, Lunga wat sy eerste caps om ons gaan kry. Dit gee hulle geleentheid om te wys wat hulle is. Dit gee hulle geleentheid om 'n verskil te maak vir ons en dis ook opwindend. Mens moenie dit sien as wat gaan hierdie jong ouetjie nou doen. Ek meen dis so was Pieter Steff de Tooy, so was Jaco Kriel, so was Julian Relinge en so kan mens almal se name noem. So was hulle ook iewers 2021 toe hulle kans gekry het. So ons is opgewonde daaroor. Ou soos Kewen ons sy eerste begin te gee. Gee ons weer 'n bietjie iets anders met 'n linkervoet. As ons spasie is, hy's vinnig, hy kan jy klop 1 op 1. So ons is opgewonde oor spanseleksie. Ons is jonk, dalk minder ervaring as 'n gevestigde Leinster span, maar ons is regtig opgewonde rondom die geleentheid wat hierdie ouens kry en die verskil wat hulle kan maak.
Ja, dis ongelooflik om jong ouetjies te sien deurkom. Dit is goed vir hulle en dit is goeie ervaring ook vir hulle. Ons is ongelukkig nie in 'n posisie soos ander spanne wat die diepte en ervaring het en die hoeveelheid spelers wat hulle het of van te kies nie. En dit is geleenthede vir die jong spelers en dit is regtig great, soos Coach Cash gesê het. Hulle het op 'n manier hulle self gekies en op 'n manier die stelsel hulle deurgebring. Hulle het regtig goed gespeel in die plekke wat hulle gespeel het. Hulle het hulle hande opgesteek en hulle verdien hulle kans en dit is altyd goed om daai jong energie in die span te hê en soos dat ek glo dit was laasweek wat ek genoem het, jy moet na daai ouens kyk, jy moet hulle oppas dat hulle nie in hulle boksies inkruip en bang wees vir die stelsel of bang wees vir die geleentheid nie. Hulle moet hulle self, kan ek sê, express op die veld en hulle self net geniet. En ja, dis ons as senior spelers en coaches se verantwoordelikheid om laat hulle daai vryheid kan hê, maar ook in die stelsel bly sover as dit moontlik is. Maar ja, dis great om hulle te sien deurkom en dit is regtig waarna Unie toe streef om daai jong ouetjies 'n goeie loopbaan te gee.
Thanks, Percy. Simon?
Afternoon, guys. Hope you're well there. A question for both of you. A lot of variables. We've spoken about it before the game, and obviously you've touched on it as now as well. Young troop, cold conditions, icy conditions, probably to be interpreted by everybody. The question comes to the fore that some of the other franchises, the coaches and the guys responsible for containing the teams as far as the refereeing is concerned, are more or less ask the same question. How are you prepared, and what do you expect as far as refereeing is concerned? There is a difference. Let's consider that there is a hell of a difference between refereeing here as well as in Europe. And how do you prepare, and what do you anticipate? What do you expect? Can you elaborate a little bit on that from coaching point of view as well as from players' point of view, please, guys?
Yeah, I had a good meeting with Craig Evans, the referee, this morning. I mean, it's the first match he'll ever officiate us. I think there's a slight difference in philosophy. I think up here it's more of a let the contest happen, and if there's an obvious thing that sticks out, then they'll penalise you or allow it. I think the way Leinster want to play is nice and early running. They want to put you under pressure with intent, with intensity, and I think that was the chat around the referee. If they break the line early, are we allowed to? Yes or no? I think that's probably a little bit of a difference currently between Southern and Northern. Scrum, set piece, it's a contest, and I think they see it as a contest and they want to allow it as a contest. We can sit here and get very technical around this guy's angle is too much this or too much that. I think currently their mindset is slightly back of, well, let the contest happen and we'll adjudicate after that. So yeah, can what we can't do is allow one or two decisions to break our rhythm or to break the focus of how we want to play or how we want to attack. If we agree with one or two or don't agree with one or two, we just can't let that influence us.
Yeah, as a player's point of view, yeah, I think Coach Cash mentioned all of it, but yeah, as you mentioned, they allowed more of a contest. I remember playing back here in the UK. At the breakdowns, you probably get away with a bit more at the breakdown, and yeah, they probably a bit different on the mauls, where they also allow a bit more in that regard. But as Coach said, it's a referee. All the decisions not gonna go your way on the day. You have to adapt. On the day, you have to adapt. See what you get. See where he's going to be strict. He's going to be lenient, and I believe the teams that adapt the best on the day will, at the end, the benefit of it. So, yeah, not playing in this competition for too long. I think we must just stick to our processes and not get frustrated by the calls that goes against us, even if we feel a bit different. I believe that's the biggest challenge for a player on the field, to just stay calm and stay focused no matter what the call is.
Thanks, Jaco. Heinz, before you have a go, John, do you mind just turning your camera off, please? Heinz, go ahead.
Hi guys, hope you are well. Cash, a lot of talk about the youngsters and how you're backing him, but I suppose it's a really nice bonus for you guys to have Jaco Visagie back. He has been missed over the past few weeks.
Yeah, Hans, I think anytime that one of your spawn players, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, especially when they're senior, when they get injured, you do feel that. So it's on the same point earlier, getting Jaco back, getting Jordan back, people in that pivotal positions, is always nice. Jaco comes with a fair bit of experience, a little bit older head, has seen the movie. Just his personality doesn't get too fixed or influenced. So it's nice having that character back in the team.
Ross?
How's it, guys? Question for you, Jaco. Obviously, with Berger having now confirmed his move over to Wasps, and it looks like you're going to be taking over the captaincy now for the rest of the URC and going forward. Are you quite excited for this role, and are you looking forward to the extra responsibility now? You know, you're pretty much the most experienced guy in this side. And is it something you're relishing and looking forward to now?
Thank you, Ross. Yeah, that's probably up to the coaches whether I'm captain for the rest of the season or not. Yeah, first of all, one thing Warren Whiteley always told me is focus on your game first, and the leadership will become easy throughout the game. And yes, it's never nice losing a senior player, especially Berger. Guys has a lot of respect for him. You know, he plays well. He's got a big influence in the team. And yeah, for a union, especially where we are at the moment, his leadership is worth gold for us. And at the moment, he's basically still making the calls on the field and still doing his role as if he's captain, which is good. And that's where we need to share the responsibility. And yeah, up until the end of the season, he will be with us full out. He will give it his all. That's just the kind of person he is. And after that, we'll assess. And hopefully, a younger guy or a different character puts up his hand for a leadership position. And yeah, that's what you want to get out of your squad, for leaders to develop within the squad. I don't see it as a one-man job. Yes, definitely you need some eyes, you need some ears on the field to help you look at things and to also listen to your players, and help to guide you, even from the coaches as well. So yeah, it's not just a one-man job, it's a senior team effort, as I said, and we've got a lot of guidance from the coaches. It also has a lot of playing experience, which also helps. But yeah, we're definitely going to miss old Bergs.
Speaking
Thanks
of putting
very
up
much.
hands, we've got Walter and then Liam and then Percy again. Walter?
Hi, Cash. The team that you named for tomorrow night's match shows 8 changes from the one that went down to the Stormers 2 weeks ago. Obviously, it sounds like at least 2 of the changes are forced changes, Vincent and Andre, but can you maybe talk us through the other 6?
Other Walter, yeah, unfortunately, with Vincent Manu not able to join us, so that's a forced change. Like I said, Kieran gives us probably a bit of a left foot kicking option with excitement, all of that. So Wandy, like I mentioned earlier, it's rotation. So a lot of it is the way we want to play and the way we think that tomorrow night will go. And some of us unfortunately is forced, but yeah, like I said, Vince, Manu, Andre, unfortunately, is forced, and the rest is game plan where we are currently. I think we'll get a good response out of it.
Thanks.
Liam?
Hi, good afternoon, guys. Thanks for taking the time. My question's for the coach. I wanted to find out to what degree is discipline on the agenda this week for you in preparation for this match. Obviously, Leinster is a champion side, and playing away from home at the best of time is a challenge, and obviously playing away from home in a different continent is a challenge. Against that backdrop, how big a conversation has discipline, match day discipline, been for you this week?
Yeah, Liam, I think that's a great question. I think we're the best disciplined team currently in the competition in terms of penalties conceded, etc., etc. But I also want to challenge that in the sense that to give yourself the best opportunity to beat Leinster in Ireland, you probably have to be on the a little bit. You probably have to have a additional go at back time or at set piece. If you're just going to sit back and allow them to play with their quick ball, skillful, extremely fit players, you're probably going to chase leather all day. So I think it's a fine balance for us around pushing the boundaries in terms of trying to get a benefit, but obviously not silly holding guys back or not rolling out of the ruck, that kind of thing. So I think that it's squeaky clean in terms of what we can control in discipline. The focus for URC and currently around the ruck obviously is massive. Around space is massive, but almost the ability to legally really be on the edge to put them under as much pressure as you can.
Thanks.
And then Percy.
Baie dankie aan julle so. Jaco, ek wil net seker maak Jaco, ek vra die vraag met die grootste respek. Ek weet alle afrigters insluitende coach Cash, hulle praat natuurlik van die groter prentjie, die langtermynplan wat julle in hierdie kompetisie het. Maar ek wil glo dat coach Cash nie vir Jaco Kriel en sy Lionspan môre op die veld gaan loslaat met die doel dat julle net gaan getalle volmaak. Julle gaan natuurlik verseker môre teen die Leinster span.
Ja, verseker, Percy. Ek dink die mense dink nie enige rugby speler daar buite draf op die veld met die idee hoor jy ek wil vandag graag verloor nie. En deur die week oefen jy ook nie so nie. Jy oefen wêreldklas, jy praat altyd van 'n wêreldklas oefengehalte en dis waarvoor ons streef week in en week uit. Dis nie na 4 verlore besluit jy nie, ja, okay, nou oefen ons bietjie minder of oefen ons bietjie swakker nie. Jy gaan week in, week uit, gaan jy om jou beste te gee. Naweek draai jy op die veld om letterlik jou beste te gee. En ja, ons praat ook baie daarvan, geen rugby speler speel om heeltyd foute te maak nie. Daai gebeur, daar's letterlik nie 'n foutlose rugby wedstryd daar buite nie. So ons gaan verseker enige span wat op 'n rugbyveld draf uit om te wen.
Thanks for that, Percy. Guys, are we comfortable? Are there any more questions? I know the guys need to rush off for lunch.
Hi, can I quickly ask about?
Yes, Marizan. Yeah.
Thank you. Guys, hi guys. I find it very interesting that you talk about snow, and I'm wondering, is that something you're expecting tomorrow? Is it something that, what can you compare it with that we are, that we can actually kind of recognize?
Marizon, at this stage, if I put my little kids in the deep freeze, I think we can compare that to what it is now. The guys were very excited. Julian's got a windy, fishy app that he believes in. I've got a different weather app that I believe in. So there was quite a bit of excitement. Some of the guys said that their weather apps predicted a bit of snow on Thursday, and luckily it was correct. So we woke up to a bit of snow. Everyone outside taking pictures, taking videos. So it's good fun. For tomorrow, there isn't snow predicted. It should be around about 1-2 degrees with quite a big wind blowing. But like we said all week, you can't really prepare for it in 1 week if you haven't experienced it in the last month or two. So it's for us a case of dealing with it mentally. Yes, it is going to be cold, but luckily all the players know that once you're warmed up and you get moving, apart from maybe a couple of fingertips and toenails, you shouldn't really feel the cold. So for us, it's really getting stuck in the moment, focus on the job. The weather, I think the biggest effect of the weather will probably be the wind, not necessarily the chill factor.
And so can I ask Coach Cash just a follow-up question on that, please?
Yeah, sure. Go, Percy.
Sorry, just miskien 'n bietjie tong in die kies. Coach, so verwag julle 'n warm of 'n koue ontvangs van Leinster môre?
As ek so na die oefenveld kyk wat hulle vir ons gegee het en na die weer kyk, gaan dit redelik koud wees. So nee, dis die ek moet beg oor die met ons vorige toer en hierdie toer, die Ierse mense is verskriklik ontvanklik. Hulle gaan uit hulle pad om ons te help. So soos jy sê, tong in die kies, by die veld koud, maar in hulle harte lekker warm.
Sterkte julle.
Thanks, Percy. Guys, can we wrap it up?
Thanks for good. Good luck.
Happy. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
bye.
Coach. Thanks, Skipper. Keep warm, guys, and all the best.
All the best.
Thanks. Is jy reg, Sam?
Sam het verdwyn.
Sam.
Sam is ook nou op lunch.